we're out at the Dutch Embassy on Albert Street, 350 Albert Street, and there's a protest here in support of the Dutch farmers who are being completely subjugated by the Dutch government. And I'm David Creighton, reporting today for the Western Standard, the independent news agency in Canada. Very proud to be the parliamentary columnist for the Western Standard. I'm just going to be showing you what's going on here today. We've got a lot of exciting things going on, and there was, of course, a roll by in Canada this morning, and we're just navigating through here right now. But you know, the question I'm going to be asking people today is, are you aware that this is happening in Canada as well? It's not just Holland or the Netherlands. It's not just the Dutch farmers. It's a lot of people here. So that's the question I think we need to answer and we need to ask. I wrote about this last week in the Western Standard and in Human Events, you know, the prestigious U.S. publication that I write for as well. And this is happening in North America as well because of the freeze on fertilizer, because nitrogen is causing global warming and causing catastrophic climate change. More nonsense from the Liberal government of Justin Trudeau and the Democratic government of Joe Biden, and it's absolute nonsense. So I'm going to be doing some interviews here, but for now, stay posted, stay tuned. This is David Creighton for the Western Standard. I'm with the Western Standard. How are you? I see you're holding up things. Vaccinations, for example. Thank you very much. Thanks. This is David Creighton for the Western Standard. I've been here now for about 20 minutes. I'm really seeing a lot of people who understand that this is not just a problem that's happening in the Netherlands and over in Europe. It's a problem that's happening in Canada and the United States because we have a prime minister in this country who is stopping the farmers from buying fertilizer because it has nitrogen in it, and he's blaming nitrogen now for global warming and climate change. And this is more of the same story. First of all, he went after gasoline and fossil fuels. Now it's your food. The prime minister wants to go after your food. He's going after your food. And Canada cannot sustain itself or feed the world as it has traditionally if our farmers cannot effectively grow food without fertilizer. And this is the message that we need to get out in Canada. Very few media are covering this. I've been writing about it in Human Events and the Western Standard, but we're not getting a lot of this from the mainstream media, talking about how devastating this effective ban on fertilizer is to Canadian farmers. And we really do need to talk about this in a much more effective fashion. So I'm continuing to walk around here talking to people today as to why they're here and what this protest means. Because a lot of these folks came out in February, they came out on July the 1st, and it's all about freedom. We got you in there. And you are?
Guadalupe.
So why are you here today?
We're to support the farmers in Netherlands. We all need to eat. We are all important. And I think it's important that people are aware of the policies are killing, the livelihoods of many farmers in the world.
Did you know that Justin Trudeau is doing the same things to Canadian farmers?
Yes. So that is not good. I think these policies are going to make food prices go up. Poor people and middle class people are going to suffer more because of the rising food prices. And this is going to be bad for everybody. So people need to be aware of what is happening around them. Just because they are not directly affected right now doesn't mean that it won't affect them in the long term. So if we want really to have a peaceful society, we need to stand for each other and for
Yeah.
the rights of each other to make a decent livelihood.
Well, that was excellent. So here we are.
Hey. Hi, my name is Jessica Martin, and we're here downtown on Albert Street. I'm just playing tunes to like keep the vibes positive, you know. It's pretty good vibes already, but you know, it definitely helps.
So why are you here today?
Yeah.
I say, why are you here today?
I'm here to support the Dutch farmers and actually all farmers around the whole world, because we're dealing with tyrannical governments trying to do things, and it's not democratic. It's just not what we're about. If we're gonna save democracy, it can't go like this. We all have to have a say in it.
We've got some more action. We've got some more activity here. Some of the folks from the Canada protests have arrived. Always exciting and always peaceful. You know, you talk about the Black Lives Matter protests 2 years ago that destroyed billions of dollars worth of private and public property. Compare that to how the Freedom Convoy and protests like this have destroyed absolutely nothing in terms of private property and public property. These have always been peaceful protests, and I have been here for just about 90% of them, and I can attest to that. So let's just watch this for a while. This is David Creighton for the Western Standard. Here we go. Yeah. That's the sound of freedom, people. That's the sound of freedom. There you go.
Hands off our brothers, brother.
Okay, guys, listen. Police is pulling out cars with flags, and they say that there is a road restrictions. So if you see police pulling cars, then this is discrimination.
Mussolini.
This is a Bill of Rights, Section 1. Okay, they have no right to discriminate people just because they have flags out.
And it's a Canadian flag too.
Especially
We're going to fly the flag for freedom. We're going to fly the Canadian flag for freedom forever. We love Canada. We love our freedom. And we love the Canadian flag. And we're going to fly the Canadian flag proudly every day until we have our freedom.
24/7, 365. Every Friday. Next door to you guys.
Oh, you can see the amount of enthusiasm here. And I just want you to see this sign here. This is quite interesting. A lot of people here, of course, concerned about Tamara Litch is still in prison without bail. That's an ongoing issue. So we are continuing to monitor that. And we are going to be here, and we're going to be watching the Tamara Litch situation until that changes. And she remains a political prisoner of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, because nobody else is in prison because they allegedly counseled people to commit mischief. That's really all this boils down to. And they haven't even proven the mischief charges. So this is, once again, an outrageous claim and an outrageous way to abuse power.
It's just because they have a flag, Canadian flag. Shame on you, police! Shame on you!
So the protest is moving 2 blocks
to join us
because the police
no
have told them to
farmers,
move.
no food, and no exceptions.
And there's
No freaking exceptions.
so there's a lot of anger here about
So
that.
if you don't join us, policemen, policewomen,
Just to give you the
then
update,
shame
the
on you.
protest is
Don't
moving
scream, guys, anymore.
down
They
the
know
street
the
because the
message.
police
Okay,
have
waste
said
energy.
they're blocking traffic here.
So
So
remember,
they've told them
Bill
to
of
move.
Rights. We have
I just want you to watch a bit of it.
is to tell you where to stand, how to stand, and where to fart. Okay?
we hear that was where's the
Thank
fart?
you. I don't
So-
need money for this. Don't mess up with Polish women. Okay, guys, so we're going that direction. Find
All
a
right, so-
space. And again, in love, peace, and unity, okay? Thank
Love,
you.
peace, and unity. We're moving on here. So there's not a massive police presence here. It's a lot smaller than the July 1st presence. I don't think they were anticipating any violence. Certainly there hasn't been any, as usual. But people are moving now down the street. So we'll see what happens then.
Here they are.
Just gonna take a little walk up the street. So for the Western Standard, I'm David Creighton.